Like, we've gone insane when someone can write with a straight face, no artificial flavors added to fucking Cheetos. Just Cheetos right off the tree. Like, good God, we have talked ourselves collectively into insanity.
Our produce is like different. It's different. I cut my daughter apple slices at like 8:30 this morning, and they haven't turned brown yet. It is now 11:30. Let me show you. Like, these should be brown and gross by now, and it's like I just cut them. So that's not normal, and I fed that to my daughter, and now even the produce is weird. So
to know that I'm not eating real food, but I gotta eat it anyway, it's crazy. Like, I just got done eating some salmon, and I look down, and I'm like, dang, they had to dye you this color. But if I don't eat, I'm gonna die. I don't have enough land to make my own food.
Can anyone explain this to me? Why is 50 million ingredients cheaper than like 3 ingredients? You just took 7 million things from 7 different places and combined them all, and that's cheaper?
Humans are the only species that will spray food with poison to stop other creatures from eating it and then go and eat it themselves. How does that make any sense? As always, thank you for your support.
Oh, whenever the topic of the food we eat and how fake they are is brought up, really gets me riled up. People aren't just complaining about food, they're mourning it. Because at some point, eating stopped being about nourishment and became a science experiment. Because the way in which the Mother Earth has given us every single thing we need as humans, and we decided we got to make profit out of this. Let's make fake food. Let's give them GMO for profit. And now the people that make this, what hurt me the most is the fact that they already have so much money to last them for a lifetime, and their children will never go poor, their children, but still it's never enough. It's like, who sees something growing naturally and be like, oh, you know what, we need to mass produce that, and now you're taking something from its natural state to a lab grown chemical infused food, and then what the earth originally gave us becomes rare to come by and more expensive.
The strawberry is not organic and is sprayed with pesticides. You need to wash it off first. The tap water is full of toxic chemicals. It's leaching contaminants onto the strawberry. Vinegar cannot penetrate to the heart of the strawberry. The toxins will still be in the middle. Baking soda breaks down the cell walls. Do not use it. Do not use the baking soda. That cutting board is shedding microplastics. It's getting onto the skin. The soil is devoid of all nutrients. The strawberry will have no nutritional value.
So, I've had the ability to go into certain like big box stores recently, like several times a day. I'm talking about Costco, Sam's, BJ's. And one thing that has shown me, there is absolutely no way that anything, when I say I mean anything, that we're eating is actual food. Nothing. And I say that to say, when you see how much, first of all, I'm gonna speak on Costco itself. That place is busy from the time it opens to the time it closes. I'm talking about shoulder to people just everywhere. Big items, everything big. You got shelves on top of shelves. When this pallet run out, they got a pallet right behind it ready to put out more food. The rate that we are over consuming, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm going in these stores several times a day. It's busy nonstop. Several times a day. We are over consuming. That nothing grows that fast. And I know what somebody gonna say, oh, it's farms all over the world, all that stuff. Yeah, all over the world feeding them countries. Think about it. I mean, just really think about it. Think about the food that's going to every Costco in your city, every Sam's in your city, every BJ's just in your city. Just in your city. Then think about all the smaller stores, the Publixes, the Krogers, the Aldis, the Trader Joe's, or whatever store is in your area, Fry's, Safeway, whatever stores are in your area. Think about all the food that's going there too. Think about all the food that's on the shelves, all the food that's in the freezers, all the food that's in the coolers, all the food that's on its way. Then just think about the natural cycles of life. All of it. Nothing grows that fast. This is like, I made a video a couple years back and I took it down because people were trying to come at me but talking about, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Human hair, nothing grows that fast. There is a natural cycle that these things have to go through, whether it's an apple, a carrot, hell, even growing a damn cow. Birthing and the natural process, nothing goes that fast. Even if you pump it with steroids, which I'm pretty sure they was probably doing that at one point, there's nothing that grows that fast. I need people to really think about it. And everybody's saying, oh, eat healthy, eat. Nothing is actual food. You cannot convince me, bro. I'm watching people leave, come. Baskets full of paper towels, baskets full of tissue, baskets of apples, meats, big hunks and chunks of meat that's going out all day. They replace it with more. Where these cows? And let me tell you, I do see. I'm in North Carolina, so I get to go out to outskirts too. So I see farms and stuff like that. It ain't that many goddamn cows out there. Not enough to keep reproducing. It's not enough. You cannot tell me. I remember just sitting there, and I know people were probably looking at me like I was crazy. I was just sitting there in awe when like it really just clicked. Like, bro, ain't none of this shit real. I don't know what it is, but it's not real food. It doesn't matter how healthy or how terrible. All of it is garbage. All of it. When somebody said it, the best way you can probably survive right now is buying straight from a farm. Straight from the source, because I'm telling you, there is no way. And not only that, but the amount that we're consuming just of other stuff. Paper towels, trash, aluminum foil, paper plates, paper napkins, paper cups. Where is it all going? All right, so this is a whole chicken that I raised out in my pasture. I didn't raise it its whole life, but I got it when they were like 6 weeks old, and I finished them out on my pasture. Had nothing but like corn, table scraps, bugs, grass. Okay, this is a whole chicken, mind you, the entire body. Okay, this is a chicken breast that I just opened from Sam's Club. Whole chicken, pasture raised, a grocery store chicken breast. You're telling me this came off of a chicken? This came off of a grown woman. This is a human titty. Ew. This probably weighs 3 pounds by itself. Mom. Chicken breast. There's the package. Boneless, skinless chicken breast. You're telling me, that this came off of an actual chicken. What chicken? Was it a bodybuilder chicken? Because how was it carrying it around? This is a whole body of a chicken that was raised in my pasture. And this, this is supposed to be just the breast? Mama! I know this is some lamb meat. Mama. Ain't no way a chicken was walking around with this.
The world fucked up, and I'm tired of this shit. Because they just sold me some lab-grown chicken without my consent. And I know this is lab-grown. Somebody literally tried to tell me this was not lab-grown meat. Look at this shit, bro. I did tear it apart to show them, but, like, there's no way. Like, do you see how it's, like, gummy? And it's, like, look. This shit is, like... I bought this chicken on motherfucking Friday, and what the fuck I did was I got freezer bags and I split it up. I think what it is when you freeze lab-grown meat, I don't think that you can preserve lab-grown. Like, why am I able to do this to my chicken? I done just made chicken nuggets without a motherfucking blender. Now, somebody had the audacity to tell me this is not lab meat. When do chicken be like this? It looks like a book. I can open pages of the fucking chicken. And it's throughout the whole chicken, both pieces. And this the Meyer brand. Now, there's no way this is a real chicken breast. There's no freaking way this is a real chicken breast. Like, there's no way. Somebody tell me I'm not crazy. This is fake meat. And they really thought I was finna eat this shit. Yeah, so I got ground chicken. We ain't eating that shit. Just so y'all know, I'm not lying. No freezer burn on this. This is the same chicken that came out the pack. And you could even see, if you look closely, you can see the same fibers in the chicken. It ain't been in the freezer for more than 4 days. Now, I'm telling you that. And I remember back in the day, my mom and them used to have freezer in the food for a whole month, and we still used to eat that shit, and it still used to be good. It still used to smell good. This got a little stench to it. It was wrapped up real nice and tight. Look at that. Old school, took the straw, sucked it out, rolled it up. Ain't nothing wrong with this chicken, outside of the fact that it's not real chicken. Thought it was.
Okay, y'all, we got a problem. This bread is over a year old and looks fresher than we do on a Monday morning.
Okay, we literally got so many breads. They're literally all a year old. Not a single one has molded. And
We've got a bunch of different kinds. We've got hot dog buns and bagels, but none of them have mold. They're like,
you could tell it's a year old. It's harder than a rock. Some of them are soft.
it's like they're still soft on the inside. They're squishy. I mean,
So is this. This is super soft.
I mean, and that's like December of 2024. I don't know what we were gonna do with hot dogs around Christmas. Don't ask me that right now. But we have everything from tortillas to flaxseed wraps to lavish bread.
Great value, name brand, all of it.
This chick didn't believe me when I told her the bread used to mold when we were kids, like within 3 or 4 days. But like this is concerning. So we're gonna start a series. Does it mold? Like, let us know in the comments. Like, what do you want us to try? Cheese, snacks, Twinkies. We don't know. We don't care. Just drop in the comments. We'll give it a shot.
One of my homeboys that I worked with at the chicken plant told me what they just did to him 20 minutes ago and asked me, could I expose that place? I've been waiting for somebody to ask me to do a tell-all about Tyson fucking Foods. I still got the shirt. I use it to clean up in. So if you wanted proof that I used to work for them dirty motherfuckers, there's the proof right there. And oh, don't jump up and down if you work for Pilgrims or you in HR at Pilgrims. Your ass is next tomorrow because you actually worse. First of all, let me just talk about the shit that I've seen. It's easy to get fired from Tyson Foods. All you have to do is be a good person. Tyson Foods will keep a shitty, problematic employee. I've seen it a dozen times. One good employee make one mistake that's not their fault, they canning them. Let's go down by detail. I saw with my own 4 eyes supervisors fucking folks that work on the goddamn line, and these men have wives at home. That's against company policy, or at least moral policy. Hell, people fucking in the parking lots. You coming to get your food off a break or whatever the fuck. They fucking in the cars, get out, throw the condom on the ground and look at you like you done something wrong by seeing them. Baby, I worked second shift and I saw a lot of crazy shit. You go to work drunk. You could go to work drunk off your ass. Everybody there except the older people were drunk. Yes. Down to the meat. I knew I wasn't going to work there for long when I told that little dumbass supervisor, he was younger than me. When I started working at Tyson, I was 23 years old. My supervisor was younger than me, so you know he was stupid as fuck. Anyway, I told him the meat was green and yellow and pussy, and it had holes in it, like deep holes. That's cancer. So when we showed that to our supervisor, it was like, run it anyway. If you got cancer and you ate McDonald's or wherever Tyson Foods distributed meat regularly, it was probably the motherfucking meat. I ain't lying. I said, oh, fuck. And then when it come out them big ass cans, and I worked where you had to push the shit in this big ass blender and push it on down the line. It was motherfucking terrible. It got so bad, McDonald's was sending the shit back. If you eat at McDonald's now, your stomach should feel a little bit better. Because when I worked there years ago, McDonald's was sending the meat back because the meat was smelling horrible and it was terrible. But that's just some of the shit that I've seen. I've been waiting to expose Tyson. We can make this a series if you want to, but we're going to start here. This is part 1.
He says he was forced to make old food look fresh. That's why he secretly recorded his supervisor admitting tampering with best before dates is industry standard.
Every store does the same thing. All the other stores do the same.
At his home, Safari demonstrates what he says is done at work. He takes cheesecakes weeks past their best before dates, adds new toppings, and sells as fresh.
I decorate it, and I'm selling expired stuff for...
In a national online call-out, Marketplace hears from grocery workers at smaller stores and big chains, sharing stories of food tampering. He used to work in a Toronto area supermarket. He shows us how he was told to give old meat new life.
If it's like this, we would dabble in a little bit of blood, throw it into the meat mincer with some redder meats, and then all together it would make it look red. And then we put it back up on the shelf.
At the University of Guelph, a microbiologist simulated what grocery insiders told us they do. He discovered toxins and bacteria.
Another thing, I feel like there's a level of increased gluttony going on. I struggle with that myself, no judgment. And it's all by design, planned, and intentionally done. Someone mentioned how we don't need to be eating 3 times a day. It's actually advised just so we could go and buy more food and business can get more profit. Because if you think about it, if you eat something that's filled with so much nutrients, that will last you all day and you won't feel as hungry as a GMO food will get you. There's no need for people to be eating that much. Some people will even eat 4 or 5 times. That's why we have a lot of people suffering from obesity, because our food is not real and doesn't have all the things that the body needs, is why people feel more hungry and tend to eat a lot more. And that's why America is known to be a place that serves larger portion of food. An individual will be ordering 10 wings. And do you know how many chickens that is? For every 1 chicken, it comes with just 2 wings. That's literally 5 chickens slaughtered for you to have those wings. We have entire aisles of products that technically count as food, but barely resemble anything that comes from the earth. Ingredients we can't pronounce, preservatives that extend shelf life longer than our phone plans, artificial flavors trying to imitate the taste of things we used to grow. And the worst part, most people don't even want anything fancy. They just want real food, soil, sun, seeds, animals that aren't raised like products on a conveyor belt. But access to that became a luxury, natural became niche, and eating well turned into a privilege instead of a human right. This is destroying our health. It's exhausting watching the basics of life get turned into business models. Food shouldn't need a label that says real. It shouldn't require a premium subscription to be natural. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, click the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and comment down below. Your thoughts are well appreciated. Bye until next time.